Hi, my name is Vena. I'm originally from Rel, but I live in Nandi. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm John from Kornabuan, Papua. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Akinisi.
We love listening to Today FM because it rocks in Ba.
Bula, my name is Isa. Loving listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Tonight, 130 under investigation for tax fraud. Indian government adopts 20 schools. And Kandhavu gets new mobile treatment plant.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
130 individuals and businesses are under investigation by the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority for tax fraud. Chief Executive Viswanath Das, speaking to FBC News, confirmed they're now gathering more information based on tip-offs. We now join Kelly Varthala, who is at the FIRCA headquarters. Kelly, has FIRCA given you a total sum that's involved in this fraud?
What we have gathered from FIRCA is that the amount runs into hundreds of thousands of dollars. The authority will not give an exact figure, but CEO Viswanath Das says since he went into the office last year, his main priority has been to fight tax evasion. FIRCA has received tip-offs through its confidential whistleblower platform.
At this point in time, we are handling some 130 whistleblower cases at the moment, and the ones we have completed, definitely release the details to the media. I will not deny the fact that out there we do have taxpayers who are not declaring the correct incomes, and as I said earlier, this is totally unfair to tax-paying population.
Meanwhile, 17 companies with a history of prompt tax compliance were issued gold card certificates by the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority in Suva today.
Basically, a 5-star end-user service. It wasn't us going into this, it was the Customs Department recognized our honesty in paying the customs dues and paying it on time.
Today, FIRCA also celebrated International Customs Day with the theme Data Analysis for a More Effective Management. Now, data analysis plays a very critical role in customs, as well as customs' role in the bigger scheme of trade and travel facilitation and border security. Kelly Varthala, FBC News.
The government of India will be assisting 20 schools under the Adopt a School program. Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, Visva Sabkal, revealed this during India's 68th Republic Day celebrations at India House in Suva today. Pranita Prakash has more.
The government of India provided $6 million worth of relief assistance immediately after Cyclone Winston, and the commitment to assist Fiji will continue.
We will be undertaking renovation of 20 schools in Fiji which were devastated or damaged during the Cyclone Winston. This is as per the request of Government of Fiji. Will be undertaking this thing, and Government of Fiji, Ministry of Education, they have selected the schools in various regions, and will be providing assistance to the schools.
The Indian High Commissioner to Fiji says the two countries share a special bond.
Today we have celebrated the 60th Republic Day of India, and it's a pleasure that we are celebrating our Republic Day here in Fiji, which is a very close friend of us, and we are not only we are celebrating our Republic Day here in Fiji, which is a very close friend of us, and we are not only friends, we are very good development partners in each other's development process.
This gives us an opportunity to get together and learn more about Fiji and India's relationship.
Great feeling here. It's like home away from home. It's the 68th anniversary of this Republic Day, so our constitution was formed. So I'm very excited, very looking forward to all the functions.
The Indian government has also provided $4.7 million for small and medium enterprises, which is assisting many small-scale entrepreneurs to develop their own business activities. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Fiji now has close to 10,000 hectares of community-owned forests. This was revealed by Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama while opening the first ever mobile timber treatment plant in Vunise, Kandavu today. Ali Kimbia files this report from Vunise.
This new mobile timber treatment plant has for the first time enabled government to provide timber treatment as a service to rural communities.
This new treatment plant will be available to treat timber so that it can resist the decay from rot and insects that is caused over time, granting your timber an extended lifetime of up to 50 years. So from this day on, the treated timber you use to build your homes and your community will be more resilient and more valuable.
Forestry Permanent Secretary Samuela Langataki says the challenges of accessing treated timber in Kandavu will now be a thing of the past.
This is one that is mobile and can be transported from community to community depending on the need.
For the people of Kandavu, the new timber treatment plant will improve their livelihood.
This is really important for us, especially for the youth in our village. It's not in our dream that one day we will be assisted with this sort of machine.
We will no longer go to Suva to buy timber, and with the availability of the machine will help us a lot, and now we will buy timber from here.
This new mobile timber treatment plant will be moved around to provide timber treatment services to rural communities. This will start here in Vunise, Kandavu. Lekimbia, FBC News.
The forestry department says the oldest tree on Kandavu in 1972. They say they are now in the process of planning for the future, and once this is complete, the reforestation will start. The Agriculture Ministry has tested and found effective 2 ways of trapping coconut rhinoceros beetles that are devastating our coconut plantations. Agriculture Acting Principal Research Officer Apinisa Sailo has confirmed the Ferromount baka trap with the use of the Mbakula virus and the use of metrism fungus are the 2 methods proven successful. Savara Tambua has more.
The number of coconut beetles dramatically increased in the aftermath of TC Winston last year due to fallen branches, which provided a breeding ground for them. The destructive beetles destroy the only source of income for some farmers, and the availability of the trap will be of great help to them.
Thankful to the agriculture officers for finding traps for the coconut beetle.
Pheromone lure is placed in the under netting. Netting is used as the lead, and this pheromone lure sachet is placed under this netting, and this attracts both male and female beetles into a bucket trap.
The other trap is used to catch and inoculate the beetles, which are removed to determine the presence of the virus.
The Agriculture Ministry up traps on coconut plantation if debris and fallen branches are cleared, and farmers are advised to contact the ministry if they need trap to be installed on their farms. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Alleged Spinesh Kumar Raj's psychiatric report reveals that he is not suffering from any mental illness. Raj, who faces numerous fraud-related charges, appeared before Chief Magistrate Usai Rathavili. The accused was referred to St. Giles for assessment for acting unusually in court. Magistrate Rathavili's report confirms Raj has no mental health conditions, and the case has been transferred to Magistrate Chiotimbo Sewanga. He is charged with 2 counts of impersonation, 2 counts of obtaining financial advantage by deception, 1 count of theft, and 1 count of absconding bail. Was produced in court this morning. Still ahead, we talk to those involved in the Oscar nomination for Moana. And timely donation lights up deaf school students.
मेरा नाम कमल रोशनी है। हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hi, we Bagels. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश तवरवा में रहता हूँ, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची एफएम is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
For the first time since its inception, the National Youth and Sports Conference is being held in all 4 divisions. And for the Northern Youth with Disabilities Support Association, it's a welcome move.
It's not every youth and sports conference that members of the Northern Youth with Disabilities and Support Association get to attend.
from the past years, I think there only used to be one or two participants from a disability right here in the north to travel to Suva.
The association hopes to make its voice heard, focusing mainly on the difficulties they face as individuals.
In the outcome document that we will be looking at, I think in the afternoon, it will also push some of our ideas and our issues of being a young people living with disability here.
Opening the conference, Assistant Minister for Youth and Sports Ilyas Sandelana says the input of all youths present is important.
Hopefully, by the time we conclude, we'll have agreed on the steps we will take together to contribute to nation and economy building.
The two-day National Youth and Sports Conference is being held at the Lambasa Civic Center and is being attended by over 100 youths from all over Bonolevu. The conference ends tomorrow. Eleanor Turangaiweo, FBC News.
Students of Gospel School of the Deaf can expect a new look in their classrooms. This as the school today got a massive $10,000 grant courtesy of the Rotary Club of Suva. Anna Ravulo has more.
It was an exciting day for students and teachers at the Gospel School of the Deaf, knowing that their prayers have been answered.
Any students need uniforms or shoes, we will use the money for that. You know, we have the nicest sports uniforms in Fiji, but we have a bunch of new kids who are coming in, so we buy sports uniforms for them.
Kuni says the money is a timely boost for the institution.
We call ourselves a hand-to-mouth school, you know, and so we have a little bit more to work with right now at the beginning of a school year.
The Rotary Club never for once hesitated with the decision to donate such amount to the school.
Of course, we also met with the school and there was a need. They advised that they were basically operating hand-to-mouth without much assistance, and so we decided to assist the school.
The school have been waiting for a miracle for the past few years, and today the Rotary Club met the children's needs. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Disney's animated movie Moana's double nominations for this year's Academy Awards has put a feather in the cap of Pacifica Voices, the talent behind the music from the movie. Maggie Boyle caught up with the excited music maestro Ingelese Ete and some of the performers.
From the big screen to the training sessions that has catapulted Pacifica Voices to the world, meet the artists behind the sounds of Moana.
It's been quite a journey, you know, it's been about 3 years. The first time I caught up with them, they came to visit Fiji, and I had to, you know, sell the idea you need Pacific Voices to.
And while these musical muses are from across the Pacific, there's certainly some added Fijian flair in the Moana tale, with the recordings of the choir held on the day the Fiji Sevens rugby team won gold at the Rio Olympics. For these performers, the Oscar nod for the movie has made their experience even more monumental.
To be in Pacific Voices and being nominated in the Oscar Award is a privilege, and I'm just so humble and I'm very happy. Yeah.
We noticed it's opening up a lot of doors, and we're hoping to build this choir to be sort of like Soweto. They're able to support their members.
While the awards will be held next month, the accolades Ingelese says are already pouring in.
Getting Pacific music in movies, actually making our own movies, so, you know, income can be created for our great artists.
I'm trying out for Pacific Voices, can you tell? Last year, the Oscars was accused of lacking diversity given its all-white nomination list. This year, it's come to the Pacific with one movie shot in Tana and Vanuatu, and of course, Moana getting 2 nods, setting the stage for more in the future. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
2 outstanding Fijians have been awarded the 2017 Greg Irwin Awards, which provide them with opportunities to develop skills, experience and networks in their fields of expertise. Etevina Lovo will shortly join James Cook University, while Vincent Lau's placement is with the Queensland Alliance for Environmental Health Sciences in Australia. Savara Tambua has more details.
The Greg Irwin Awards were set up in 2008 to honor the memory of former Secretary-General of the Pacific Islands Forum Secretariat and former Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, Samoa and Vanuatu, the late Mr. Greg Irwin. A research fellow on bioethics at the FNU and a mother of 5, Edwina Lobo counts herself lucky after winning the award.
I was very honored and actually humbled
by the news.
Vincent Lal, a 33-year-old Fijian, is a PhD student at the University of Queensland. He will join the Queensland Alliance for Environmental Health Sciences. This is the second time he has received such a prestigious award.
Craig Irwin Award is more regional in nature, so it is something different that I have received this time. So.
The two will be leaving next month and undertake a 3-month placement with their respective host organizations. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
4 classroom blocks with furniture have been handed over today by the Japanese government to Lovu Sangam School in Lautoka. Termites destroyed the classrooms in 2013, leaving students and teachers to find alternative options. Japanese ambassador to Fiji, Takuji Hanatani, says the Japanese government spent over $175,000 in the reconstruction.
The construction of new classrooms furnished with new desks and chairs will provide a conducive environment for delivery of quality education and restore normalcy to the school's affected facilities.
Time for Rachel to tell us what's happening in the world of business.
Good evening. Coming up in business, SPSC rate 2016 performance as satisfactory. And later on in Growing Fiji, new cinema to open in Lautoka next month.
Great news for Lautoka movie lovers. And later on in sports with Jamie, new Super Rugby video excites players and fans. Stay with us.
Na yavangunga andi moala radada ranavika o tikongona taunu singatoka ando talitaka na vakaronga na Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Ya dora subuni kurna bili. Iborani batukara hambara binaranga. Do talitakina na vakaronga na Bula FM number 2 na serre. Bula.
Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Interest from ordinary Fijians topped the list for trading at the South Pacific Stock Exchange last year. Chief Executive Lautoka Goro says movement in the market was strongly driven by retailer investments. She believes the boost in public interest is due to the awareness workshop held by SPSC. BSP Convertible Notes, Amalgamated Telecom Holdings Limited and Fijian Holdings Limited ranked in the highest returns in 2016, while the lower 3 were recorded by Kenneth Growth Fund, Pacific Green and Fiji Television Limited. As for 2017, SPSC has just approved a company to list which will be known by next Tuesday.
Vision was a great probably injection into the market, one that we needed for a very long time. So for starters, it was a well-known brand and people were familiar with it, but they brought in about 169 new investors. It could have been more, but the listing date, if you recall, was just after the cyclone, and so a lot of those who had shown interest did not actually end up investing. But aside from that, the volume that was floated on the market, there's about 23 million. Part of it was taken by the institutional and then, of course, the retail investors.
Carpenters Property Limited will be constructing 2 3- to 4-star hotels at the current foreshore in Suva. The 10-acre land is intended to host apartment blocks, townhouses and offices. The development will also contain over 100 retail stores comprising of eateries, bar, clubs, supermarkets, international spa and gym, cinemas, theme water park and much more. Carpenters has issued an expression of interest for shops and apartment rentals and joint ventures for hotel, office and townhouse. Looking at today's exchange rates, the Chinese yuan and the US dollar continues to move upwards, closing in at $3.26 and 47 cents respectively. The Australian dollar went up compared to yesterday, closing in at 62 cents, while the New Zealand dollar went down, closing in at 64 cents. The PNG Kina closed in at $1.32. The euro was down, closing in at 44 cents, while the South Korean won was up, closing in 525. Onto the commodities. Oil went down by 36 cents compared to yesterday, closing in at $55.08 a barrel. Gold was down, closing in at $1,195 an ounce, while silver was also down at $16.97 an ounce. Moviegoers in Lautoka will, from next month, have a new cinema complex. This as Live Cinema, a subsidiary of Fijian Holdings Limited, opened its doors. Sharon Shivan reports.
Following a huge success in Nandi, Live Cinemas is now expanding its operations to Lautoka.
I'm sure that the people in Lautoka has not experienced this sort of cinemas because it's a premium facility. It's extremely brand new state-of-the-art technology.
The Twin Cinema Complex is based in the new Tapu City building opposite Churchill Park. But it says the cinema will have a digital 3D surround system, which will make the movie experience second to none.
It's really good because there's a new cinema being made in Lautoka. Just because of the village 4, it's not a bit good at the moment because of the maintenance and everything. Live cinema is pretty good. We have to see how better it is in Lautoka.
For being built in Lautoka, it's going to be good because the standard will be high, a bit reaching the level of Suva.
The new Lautoka Live Cinema will be operational by the end of February. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the Business Desk tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening in sports after the break. The latest in the lead up to the Wellington Sevens this weekend. And Nathan Shivam takes over as Suva football coach. This and more coming up.
Hola, we from Lautoka. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hola, my name is Kanto. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Mula Fiji, my name is Florence Ratu. I'm from Corner Number 1 in Tavua, and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits every day and all day.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm from the soccer crazy town of Ba. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber will name his final 12 for the Wellington tournament tomorrow. And it's highly likely 2 debutants could feature for Fiji at the Cake Tin this weekend. To give us a bit more information in the lead up to the Wellington Sevens, Vashnil Prasad joins us live now. Vashnil, 2 days until kickoff. What's the latest?
Thank you, Jamie. Expect a mixture of young and experienced players to be named in the Fiji Sevens team for the tournament tomorrow. Earlier today, I spoke to coach Gareth Baber, who is working with Nathaniel Idoni Mbuka, who's the trainer, to select the best for the Wellington Sevens. Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber has been impressed with speedster Nathaniel Lambalamba and Mesulame Kunavulu's performance during the training in Wellington.
Malamba is an out-and-out goal, a try scorer and finisher, which is what any Sevens team requires. Matthew provides ability to build the game around good high ball techniques.
Baber is expected to name an experienced 12 men for Wellington Sevens tomorrow.
We'll be concentrating on ourselves certainly, and obviously those elements I'll be looking at from the players. I've seen it over the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks that we've trained, and obviously the competitions that have been involved in South America as well.
Players like Skipper Osea Kolinisau, Jerry Tuai, Samisoni Viriviri, Chasa Veremalua and Vatemo Ravovo will guide the team this weekend.
There are a lot of miscommunication in our defense, mistake. We've been working hard on that and for the past few weeks on training.
Fiji Sevens team goes through its captain's run at the Westpac Stadium tomorrow before rounding up its preparation.
We'll see, work through some of our plays, which are what we want to put in on the weekend. There's a lot of clarity in our heads then moving into the weekend.
Fiji kicks off its campaign against Australia at 10:46 a.m. on Saturday. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
After a less than impressive start to the season, the New Zealand Sevens side will be out to restore some lost pride at home this weekend. And despite the added pressure to win a fourth consecutive Wellington title as well, the home team took some time out today to relax and mingle with the local fans. Vasnil Prasad has more. Current Sevens World Series leaders South Africa will have a lot to play for in Wellington this weekend. Veteran Werner Kok will win the series match on Saturday against Japan, while speedster Sibalo Sinatla is 7 tries away from breaking South Africa's all-time try-scoring record.
Yeah, I think every game is special. It doesn't matter if it's your 100th or your first. And I'm looking forward to this weekend.
We're not the ones that think our workers too much. We just do whatever we do on the field, and if those things come, then it's like a bonus for us. But we'll be looking to go out there and do those things right.
Former Suva and Navua rep Nathan Shivam is the new coach of the capital city side. The former midfielder turned teacher scored the winner for the Whites in the Fiji Fact final against Ba in 2012. Shivam has been guiding the Whites to training this week as they prepare for the National League opener against Ba next week. It's a big year for New Zealand's top rugby players with Super Rugby just around the corner and the Lions Tour. But it turns out they don't just play rugby, they have to make ads for rugby too. And this time they've enlisted some superstar assistants. That's it. Angie has the latest from weather after the break. And in the world and the wonderful, was it right for help from Mrs. Trump at her inauguration? Details after the break.
Well, te vitarokuta mai kono kula nrasa Lautoka ndo ba talenta kana warong na radio Fijuan.
Bulan na rango fina mai korviri nandi au talitaka na warong na radio Fijuan na programa ni masmasu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai bunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe ndo talitakina na warong na radio Fijuan gina na domoi viti.
Na radio Fijuan na domoi viti na bonga ni bienen.
Ever come across some news on social media and wonder whether it's legit or not? The internet is filled with information, but it's important to know which one is true and which one isn't. Rachel Nath now tells us just how to spot the difference.
Ever scroll through your Facebook feed and notice news just doesn't seem right? Fake news is actually really easy to spot if you know how to outsmart it. Firstly, take a look at the URL. If it looks odd, recheck and see if it is credited. Check to see if the headlines match the information in the story and if the story contains any quotes. Also, it doesn't harm to do a little search to see if the article was reported on any other media outlets. Heaps of fake news always appear on social media platforms, and you can follow the same instructions to check its credibility. Lastly, it's very important to remember that just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true. Always verify your source.
And Angie is next with weather.
Good evening and welcome to the Weather World. Wasn't the weather just so beautiful today? I actually sat back and adored the fair weather clouds drifting across the clear blue sky. What a scene. Now let's check out what the weather was like in the west. Conditions were in the lower 30s with the heat, of course, taking charge. Moving eastwards from Back Harbour to Suva, it was all clear skies with temperatures hitting 32. And in the beautiful north, Lambasa was also at 32, whereas Savu Savu was at 30. With sandy beaches and sunshine in abundance, this could be your go-to place for a retreat. Moving on to tomorrow, clear sunny skies are expected to prevail over most of Fiji, with the east seeing some afternoon showers. And looking further on to Saturday, forecasts indicate clear blue skies with warm temperatures and a chance of evening showers. At sea, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots with moderate seas. Looking at the tides, the next low tide tomorrow morning is at 12:05 a.m. with a high tide at 6:14 a.m. And that's the weather scene for today, Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fijian Pulse today, we asked the people, should there be harsher penalties for tax evaders?
Yes, there should be a harsh penalty for these evaders because this is the money that the government rely on to operate.
I think the people who do not pay their taxes should be heavily penalized because it's unfair to the people who pay their taxes.
Well, people who do not pay taxes, whatever government is doing now, like through 5K.
Yeah, my suggestion, they should penalize because it's unfair for those who pay their own taxes.
In the world of the weird and wonderful, a video clip purporting Melania Trump forcing a smile as she talked to Donald Trump during his inauguration ceremony, only to revert to a frown after he turned around, has gone viral. This video clip was recapping the main stories for tonight. 130 under investigation for tax fraud. India government adopts 20 schools, and Kandavu gets new mobile treatment plant. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. On to our poll question. This week we are asking, can Fiji win the 2017 Wellington Sevens? To answer, visit our FBC website. And today's shot of the day was captured in the capital city. It's a panoramic view of the sun throwing vibrant colors over the Suva CBD yesterday afternoon. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. From the team and I, have a very good night.
बत्तीरी सिंह टोका के आसफ अली बात करता है और रेडियो फीजी 2 हमें बहुत पसंद है और रेडियो फीजी 2 के अलाउंसर लोग जितना है बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, बहुत लाइक करता है रेडियो फीजी 2।
हमारा नाम रमीता है, हम नेडी से है, हमें रेडियो फीजी 2 पे पुराने गाने अच्छे लगते हैं।
हमारा नाम सोनू है, मार्केट टैक्सी ड्राइवर, रेडियो फीजी 2 सब टाइम सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।